At any moment in the fight, you are or outside the range of your opponent, at the end tail of your opponent's strikes, at your own striking range, or inside the range, which is itself divided into in the pocket or in the clinch. Your own striking range is not the same if you throw the jab, the right hand, the overhand right, the tip, the low kick, the high kick. Every single strike has its own necessary range. So range, it's a very precise notion. Knowing exactly where you are in the range at all times, knowing exactly what offensive and defensive move you can use at the specific range you are, and knowing exactly how to transit from one range to another is called minding the range. I did not come up with this. My mentor, Daryl Pierre, broke it down to me at the time I was under his tutelage. And it is today the most lacking teaching in all of the Muay Thai and boxing training industry, in my view. In a fight, you have a whole different range of weapons that fighters often confuse. First, you have athleticism. This is your conditioning, the things your body can do, your reflexes, coordination, etc. But power beats athleticism. Power is not generated by an athletic body. Power is generated by the proper execution of body mechanics. Applies the correct body mechanics to a strike and you will generate power. Now speed beats power, as you can beat your opponent to the punch like this. And so there are specific ways to train for explosiveness. Speed beats power, beats athleticism, but timing beats speed. Timing allows you to successfully counter your opponent and prevent him from setting up his own offense. But rhythm beats timing because it allows you to control the pace of the fight. And if you control the pace of the fight, you are able to set up traps for your opponents to fall into. So rhythm beats timing, beats speed, beats power, beats athleticism, but footwork beats rhythm, as it allows you to choose where you want to be in the ring and control your opponent and set him up with angles. And ultimately, footwork controls the range. So, managing all this weaponry into an efficient, economical way is called ring generalship. But it's not ring IQ yet. This is not ring IQ yet. Ring IQ is the art of incorporating all this weaponry, athleticism, power, speed, timing, footwork, into the 4 pillars of the fight game. And the 4 pillars of the fight game are 1. Technique, 2. Tactics, 3. Strategy, and 4. Gameplay. 4 different things. Bottom line, ring IQ is something you can develop, something you can grow. Ring IQ is not some mysterious genius that you have from an esoteric source inside of you. Ring IQ is something that can be grown and be developed if you are given the right tools to do so. Fundamentals are the fun part of the seminar. It feels great to put things in your body, and sometimes it can be a little challenging when the body refuses to get into the changes. So it will happen, all right? The thing is that we need to put every day the time to repeat and repeat and repeat. And even this might not be enough for your body to get it during the seminar. So what's important is that you keep practicing after the seminar the same very methodology that we're implementing right now, so you can get your body to do the things that you learn in theory here. Remember, practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. This saying is very true in this case. So you will not learn here in 10 days all the subtleties of the game. There's no way around it. It needs the time, it needs the experience and the years. But you will build a solid enough ground so you can build on it on your own after this. As the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's how sparring must serve you. You fall into a trap, you make a mistake, you pay for it, and you analyze it and find an answer and try it again in other circumstances. Every time you spar must serve you. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the head. So you also have to spar for the situation where all your thinking ability is going to go out the window, or your balance is going to be gone, or the adrenaline is going to overwhelm you. You have drills that you can apply to sparring for every situation. Another saying, fighting is just like jazz music. It is freedom inside structure. So this is only in the ring that you're gonna be able to put together the combinations, the strikes that are like words in a phrase, in a musical phrase. And it all happens 24 frames per second. So you first learn by the book, and later when you got the structure, the protocol, you can adding more freedom to it, like improvisation, but under a specific harmonic grid if you want. Learn how to imitate the great, the Muhammad Ali shuffle, the Floyd Mayweather Philadelphia stance, the Samad Payakarun reverse elbow. There's so many things, the Joe Frazier left hook. There's so many things that you can learn to imitate. And by imitating the great, you can find your own style. So we also spend a lot of time here learning specific techniques from great fighters, and it's always a lot of fun. And we also do sparring like this. You spar a la Senshai or a la Mike Tyson. Now, your job is to repeat all that you have learned in the 5 other chapters until you achieve proper organic development. And I'm giving you here my 10 commandments for self-training. From now on, you don't need no more stupid classes. Let the other do their classes and their fitness exercises that have no benefit for fighting. You enter a gym and you work on your own. You train on your own. You do what you gotta do and you develop. Remember, a fighter's life is a solitary journey at first. Maybe one day, down the road, a serious trainer will take some interest in you and start working with you. But this only happens later, in the later stage, sometimes even in the pros. So until that time, you are on your own. Do your work. If you don't remember something or if you're not sure anymore, go online, do some research on the specific topic that you're missing, and keep doing your work on your own. From now on, you have left the pack. So now you know how I designed this seminar in the hope of making a sincere difference in your life of a martial artist and a fighter. You will train with me for 5 hours a day for 10 days, and what I teach is very simple. There is no room for interpretation. So if you don't fully understand something, we are here to go over things over and over until you get it. I hope that maybe in a few years, 5 years, 10 years, my voice will still be resonating in your mind when you fight, just like the voice of my mentors resonating in my mind today. The mentors that gave me this knowledge, I still hear them today. That's it. See you soon.